It was time for Lawrence Goodman, soon to morph into LG the Teacher, to make good. By 1981, he was out of jail, ready for a new venture that had been ignited in him by a fellow inmate, who happened to be a DJ. Those days of being associated with Black Ink, also known as the Philly Black Mafia, were over. He was now going to establish and commandeer his legit hustle, Pop Art Records. Perhaps it was best to start with what was most familiar to LG. Fellow Philadelphian Ron Akins had also been an inmate, a promising singing career with a band at the height of the Philly soul era, cut short by unknowingly, according to him, having relations with an underage girl. Incarcerated between 1974 and 1976 at Greater Ford, Pennsylvania's then largest maximum security prison, Akins became the lead singer of a band named Power of Attorney, which scored a Polydor Records contract due to a cosign by James Brown. Yes, that James Brown. And after regaining freedom, Akins was keen on resuming some sense of normalcy in his recording career. It could have been a cool redemption story. Ditto to Major Harris, a former lead singer of the Delphonics who, as well as a subsequent solo act, had mostly run dry since 1975's Love Won't Let Me Wait. But Philly soul was no longer the future. Hip-hop was. 1984's Roxanne's Revenge, that 12-inch answer record that birthed Dissin' on Wax and launched the career of Roxanne Shante, the genre's first female solo star, came through pop art. Another answer record, 1985's The Showstopper is Super Fresh, which gave the group that later became Salt and Peppa and their producer, Herbie the Love Bug Azar, their initial exposure, came through pop art. The debut of some of the future members of the Juice Crew, such as Craig G and the aforementioned Roxanne Shante, came through pop art. The first wave of Philadelphia's hip-hop stars in the latter half of the 80s, including 3 Times Dope, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, LG's nephew Steady B, and Cool C. Those last two will forever be linked to infamy. Whew, long story. Were either managed by, produced by, or had material passed through pop art. By the end of the 80s, LG was firmly established as not just a record company owner, but also an artist manager and record producer. The truth is, much of Philadelphia's early hip-hop, and yes, a significant chunk of New York's 80s hip-hop as well, does not exist without LG, the Goodman family, and Pop Art Records.